everyone, Reaper here again with another comic book haul video. This is comic book haul number 17, New York Comic Con 2016. I'm gonna try to get through this video pretty quickly. I've received awesome act of kindness from two awesome YouTubers, and I'd like to give a couple of shout outs first before I get to the books. First, I want to shout out some of the newer guys whom I refer to as the new blood of this community. I really like all of their content. They're really cool guys, very friendly, and I think they're wonderful additions to the comic book YouTube community. And some of them may not have as many subs as they probably should have, but some of them are really growing, and I'm happy for them, and I hope they continue to grow. But just want to give them an extra shout out here to hopefully maybe reach some more people. Number one, Mr. Rigamortis 86. I really like Avian. He's a cool guy. His videos are very relaxing, just the way his whole presentation is. He just delivers what he wants to say in a very calm manner. It really is really cool to watch. His videos. Of course, Old Man Gamers, Chris, if you don't know, he's definitely one of the new guys that's really gotten a lot of subscribers as of late, and he deserves it. He's really good at what he does, his presentation, everything, so definitely check him out. He's also trying to complete his spectacular Spider-Man run. That's his Grail run, I believe. Good luck, Chris. I know you're on your way to doing so. The Doom 143, Steven from Hawaii. Just had a contest video. Awesome guy. I really like him. I'm going to get to him in a little bit. He's one of the subscribers that has given me an act of kindness, and I want to show you the books he showed me, but a really nice guy. Awesome. He has Amazing Fantasy 15, by the way, so he's he's good in my book. Marvin88, another new YouTuber who has a few videos out and has under 100 subscribers, so let's support him. He's putting out good content. Herc Collects Comics, I want to give him another special shout out, Andoni. Yesterday, when I went to the New York Comic Con, he was very instrumental in helping me get a couple of books. I'll explain later. But he also was responsible for that new intro that you saw. He was the one that directed me to a website where I purchased that intro. And of course, I added my own take to it. But yeah, Herc, thank you again for helping me find that website, directing me to that website to have this cool new intro for my channel. Man from Beantown. He's another one that doesn't have, I don't think has too many subscribers. He's been around for a while, but he has a contest going around now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to enter it, but doesn't mean anybody else shouldn't enter it. He wants you to talk about your favorite comic book villain. And yeah, definitely check him out. Enter his contest, show support the best you can. Now, here you see, I'm going to get to the Awesome Act of Kindness books in a few moments, but here's just the program for the New York Comic Con that I was at yesterday. It was really packed. I had the chance to meet Stan Lee, thankfully. I had him sign my X-Men #1, and hopefully I'll have that back within a month. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that, but it was really packed. And I'll show you my books in a few moments. Let me just get to some of the Awesome Act of Kindness. The first is from Steve, the Doom 143. I saw some Wonder Woman books on his channel some time back, and I said, oh, they're really cool. And he offered to, give me some. I was like, oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. And he just sent me like a whole pile. I was not expecting this. But let me show you what he sent me. He even sent me a nice Mylar, too. Wonder Woman 63. Here's another one, a bondage cover. Really nice. I really like this one. I think this one's my favorite out of the lot. They're all nice, but this one I really like. Wonder Woman 207. Let me see if I have these in order. Wonder Woman #5. Wonder Woman #6. Here's a cool-ass cover. Ooh, ooh. That's what I get for trying to put too many on this thing. I really got to get another display because this one's not really working out too well. I may have to hit up Huey's Comics. I think he's the one that makes custom stands. I got to hit him up. This is Wonder Woman 10, really cool cover. 22. Yeah, I gotta adjust this. Yeah, at the con yesterday, I saw a couple All-Star 8s. And I took a couple pictures of other books that they had that were really, really expensive. Oof, Captain America #1, Wonder Woman 23. I'll try to talk about the con as I go. And some of those books, super expensive, but super nice to have. Oh, this is another cool cover. Um, Wonder Woman by John Byrne, 125, really cool. A lot of these covers are really cool. 127. And this one, I believe, also by John Byrne, number 128. So thank you, Steve, for being so generous, sending these, just the shipping alone to send that many books, because, it weighs heavily, and I really appreciate it, Steve. Thank you so much. But subscribe to the Doom 143. Next is my friend Carl on Base 181. Very cool YouTuber, and also a talented musician and fellow instructor at a county college. He sent me this because I didn't go out on Batman Day, and I wasn't able to pick up a copy. So he sent me this. I'm like very grateful. I was like, wow, that's so cool. Thank you so much. Batman versus Predator, number 1 of 3. Thank you for that one. It's really, really cool, and very nice of him to send me this one. I believe it's the first appearance of Duke Thomas, the Batman 21. Thank you so much, Carl. It was very nice of you, very generous to send all these books, and especially this one. This was really cool. A nice, another nice addition to my collection. So thank you, everybody, and check out those guys. Everybody, Mr. Rigor Mortis down to Carl on Base 183 to Marvin 88. Check them all out. So yesterday I was at the con. I'll show you the books I got. I met up with Vince, Semper Fi comic guy. It's always cool to see Vince, and always cool to hang out with him. I was able to spend a lot of time with him, but it was very, very crowded, as you would imagine. So it's kind of hard to walk around and talk, but we were able to do so, and I'm really, really grateful we did. And I also met up with Andoni. Now that brings me to these two books. These two books here, I got here Suicide Squad #1 foil cover and Harley Quinn #1 foil cover. These are specials. You can only get at the New York Comic Con, just as they had the rebirths at the San Diego Comic Con, the Baltimore Con, and so forth and so on. But yeah, it was so crowded. I was getting frustrated. I was looking for the DC booth to get these. I didn't see them. But then when I was online for Stan Lee, I met up with Andoni, and he said, yeah, they had them. And he went and, I gave him the money. He went and got them for me. And that was, I was glad that he was able to, he was willing to go back there for me to pick them up. So thanks again to Andoni for letting me know that they even had these, because I went looking for them and I couldn't find them. And out of my frustration, I gave up a little too easily. But thank you, Andoni, for, telling me about them and going back and getting them for me. So thanks. But one last thing I want to tell you about these books. These books are very fragile, okay? Almost every one of them, I went back later, every one of them has some sort of kink on the spine. Not on the spine, but on the cover, because the foil is just so delicate. I don't know maybe what it is. Maybe the batch that they had yesterday when I went, they were all like that. All of them, or at least these that I was looking at, had some sort of little kink on the cover or something that you could obviously see because of the foil. The foil illuminates it more or brings it to your attention. So yeah, mine have those too. But I was looking to try to find really, really nice ones, but they all have some sort of kink on it. So I don't know. I'm just happy to have the exclusives. But yeah, they were really hard to find in good shape. Must have been that box that they were opening or had opened at the time. I don't know. Daredevil 176. Okay, now I got to the other comic books. Daredevil 176. First appearance of Stick. Amazing Spider-Man 78. First appearance of the Prowler. I didn't get too many other books. I didn't go crazy. I got the books I wanted, and some books they didn't have that I want. And there was another book that I just turned down because I didn't want to spend as much on that. I'm not going to spend money at the con just for the sake of spending money. I could probably get it cheaper if I was patient and waited on YouTube or at another convention. It's Marvel Superheroes number 13, the first appearance of Carol Danvers. Very happy to have this book. The only issue with it is it's perfectly attached, clean, but someone tried to restaple it for whatever reason. I don't know. But you can see the staple marks. But no, the thing's complete. The cover's attached. I don't know why they did that. I got a lower price on it, of course, but other than that, it's really nice. Captain Marvel 18. Um, First time Carol Danvers gets her powers. I briefly skimmed through it. I didn't read it yet. I mean, I couldn't really tell how she got her powers, but that's what I was told. Now here's one that I would normally keep for Ultra Batman Hall Volume 3, which is coming out next year sometime. But being that I got it at the con, I have to show it at a con video. This is one that I was really looking for the jock cover of Detective Comics 880. I did a trade for this. I had 2 copies of high grade copies of Edge of Spider-Verse #2, first print. So I just traded one in for this. So this is really happy, really happy that I was able to get this. Actually, last year I got Edge of Spider-Verse #2 at the last con. So I brought it back to this year's con to get rid of it and get this. So really happy. Awesome cover. Iconic. Very iconic. Okay, I only have 3 left. All-Star Comics #58, the first appearance of Power Girl. Like the first con I went to 2 years ago with, I had priorities. This was one of the priorities that I wanted to get at the con. One of those books that, if I didn't get at the con, I'd probably be disappointed. Tales of Suspense 52, the first appearance of the Black Widow. It's got a tape pull up here, but other than that, it's, it's probably, it's in really nice shape. It's got its problems, though. It's a little soft over here and some spine ticks, but, it's really cool. Complete, centerfold attached, firm, the cover's firmly attached. I'm very happy to get this one. And I think I got a pretty good price for it, too. I think that's what really took off from it, but I don't care. It's just a little, it's a big tape pull, but the cover, it's not missing a chunk or anything. So I could live with that. Very happy to get this. This was on my list of books to get for 2016, so I was glad to check that one off. And the last book on my list, you should probably figure it out by now, the one book that I went there as #1 book to get, just like a couple years ago with Primer #2, #1 book to get. Well, this one right here. It's a 5.0 copy of Fantastic Four 52, the first appearance of the Black Panther. Super happy to get this. And I think I got a pretty decent price. Yeah, a lot of people had that. Some of them had them in higher grades or lesser grades and selling them for, pretty, a lot of money. I saw one copy, I think it was like a 7.5. Someone was selling it for 700 or a 750, something like that. So I just think that's just like way overpriced. I know Black Panther is very hot right now. I went with my other friend, Brian Quinn, who's an illustrator. He worked on Blood River with Mike Oeming several years back, over a decade ago. He told me, man, you have a knack for buying books when you really shouldn't get them. Meaning that, I tend to like the books that are really hot instead of waiting, or instead of picking up a book before it gets hot. I just don't seem to have the the know-how about that. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching my video. I'll see if I can put out another comic book haul video in another couple months. You know me, I do haul videos every few months. Try to make sure I have a decent amount of quality books, or books that I find to be of quality, before I make a video. And one last thing, I almost forgot about this. Carl, he sent me, the Act of Kindness books, the Batman books I showed you earlier. I wanted to show you this. I almost forgot to show you the box. He drew a little Bart Simpson. Yes, Carl, Little Reaper is going to love this. So this is actually going to be his lunch tomorrow. So thank you very much. All right, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the intro. And please subscribe to the new blood, as I call them. Take care.